In today's video, I want to tell you a story that completely changed how I see life, love, and the quiet, invisible ways time reshapes who we are. I'm 54 now, and for most of those years, I truly believed I had it all figured out. I married young, just 22, to a man who was steady, kind, and reliable. I dedicated myself to raising our 2 children, managing our home, and living safely within the lines that society had already drawn for me. My life wasn't wild or unpredictable. My days were simple, peaceful, and ordinary. For decades, I thought love was meant to be calm and composed, a steady rhythm you build slowly, not something that knocks you off your feet. Those sweeping, soul-deep moments you read about in novels or watch in films, I thought they were fiction, not something that could ever happen to someone like me. But last week, that belief shattered, and it began on what seemed to be an ordinary Thursday morning, one that looked no different from any before it. The sky was heavy and gray, the kind of morning when clouds feel close enough to touch and sunlight struggles to break through. A soft drizzle tapped gently against the kitchen windows, wrapping the house in a hushed calm. I was wearing my old cotton pajama pants and an oversized sweatshirt from my daughter's college days, its fabric faded and comforting from years of use. My hair was uncombed, traces of yesterday's makeup still clinging faintly to my skin. I had no plans to see anyone. My morning routine was simple: tea, laundry, and quiet. But as I folded a stack of clean linens, a sudden knock echoed from the front door. At first, I thought it was just a delivery, but when I looked through the peephole, my heart skipped. It was my son, Jonathan. You need to understand, Jonathan is 32, calm, thoughtful, careful with his words. He lives across the city with his partner, Elena. He isn't impulsive, not the kind to appear unannounced. That's why seeing him there, his hair damp from the rain, phone clutched in one hand, his eyes carrying something heavy, stopped me cold. I opened the door quickly. "Jonathan? What's wrong? Are you okay?" He hesitated before answering. "I'm fine, Mom. I needed to see you. Do you have time to talk?" There was something fragile in his voice, a tremor that carried both exhaustion and unspoken weight. I stepped aside immediately. "Of course, come in. You're soaked." He brushed past me, shaking droplets from his jacket. His movements were tense, shoulders drawn. He didn't even take off his shoes, something he never forgot before. Trying to lighten the mood, I said, "I was just folding towels. Don't mind the mess." He gave a faint, polite smile, but stayed silent. I poured him tea, just the way he liked it. Strong, with a touch of honey. I handed it over and sat across from him, still in my nightclothes, slippers whispering against the wooden floor. Outside, the rain filled the silence between us. For a long moment, neither of us spoke. Then Jonathan looked up, and I saw it, the quiet storm behind his eyes. "Mom," he said finally, his voice low. "I had a fight with Elena." I blinked, surprised. "Oh, is everything okay between you two?" He exhaled deeply, shaking his head. "No, not really. I'm not even sure if I'm going back." The words hit me harder than I expected. Jonathan and Elena had been together for almost 7 years. She was gentle, steady, a part of our family. "What happened?" I asked softly. He rubbed his palms together, a nervous habit from when he was a boy. "It's complicated. We've been arguing for months. I just needed space. I needed someone who understands me." The way he said it, the weariness, the quiet ache in his voice, broke something inside me. He didn't look angry or defensive, just lost. I reached over, resting my hand on his. "You're always welcome here, Jonathan. Always." He didn't respond. He only looked at our hands, mine older, lined, steady, covering his, which trembled slightly. That silence carried years of memories, of scraped knees and bedtime talks, of the kind of love that doesn't always need words. After a while, I pulled my hand back gently. "I'm sorry," I whispered. He frowned. "For what?" "For things being confusing," I said quietly. He shook his head. "It's not confusing, Mom. I just needed to be here." That single word, Mom, anchored me again, pulling me back to who I've always been. I stood quickly, brushing off my sweatshirt. "You look tired. I'll make up the guest room." But he didn't move. He just stared into his tea, his thoughts miles away. Then he said something that made me freeze mid-step. Do you ever feel like you've just lived the life everyone else wanted for you? I stopped because the answer was yes, but I had never said it aloud. Yes, I admitted softly. Many times. He nodded, eyes glistening, not with tears but with understanding. Elena says I'm too much like you. That made me turn to him. Like me? In what way?